Well, let's just start now.
This is a demonstration for Rosie's pot scrapers. These are burnt rice pots. Of course, we burnt them on purpose for this demonstration, but they're pretty burnt, pretty bad. They're stuck. Let's see how the pot scrapers work. This has been soaking for maybe 2-3 minutes max. Let's try. It's still really hard. Let's see how far we can get. I'll start in the middle. So far the rice is coming up very easy. You can see how bad it was stuck to the bottom. That's usually very difficult. And now you can see that the pot scraper is actually removing the dark brown residue from the burned rice. Feels like it's coming up pretty easy. Now, just so that you could see better, I'm going to empty this rice. Pot scraper is still intact.
Let's get a good look at the pot scraper.
Yeah.
Upside down?
Sorry.
Upside up. Yeah.
Still intact. The edges are still fine. No warpage, no peeling. Now let's empty this pot. Don't follow me. Okay. And now you can see how all the rice pretty much is gone. I'm not having much trouble now getting up the remainder. There's a few bumpy things, but not much. So now, with a sponge, it should come pretty clean. Let's leave that one and go to this one. Now this one hasn't been soaking as long. It hasn't been in the water as long. So I'm just going to see what I can do with this pot scraper to get rid of most of the rice. It's coming up pretty good. Burning rice is the worst for your pots. It's hardest to get out. And this is doing a pretty good job. Okay, again, let's look at our pot scraper.
Turn it over. Perfect.
Looks pretty good. And feels like we've gotten most of the rice loosened from the bottom of the pot. So I'll empty that. Come back and see what we have left. Okay. All right. A little to loosen up the rest off of the bottom. And with the back side of this sponge, what I'll do is just gently rub out any remainder of residue, and this pot should come pretty clean. I'm not rubbing it hard, I'm just trying to get every little spot that I see. There you go. So far, it looks pretty good. There's one little spot here we could clean up a little better by gently scraping around and getting any remainder of the burn marks out of this pot. I think we did a pretty good job with Rosie's pot scraper. I think it does a pretty good job. There. Great. I'm convinced. Now let's see. Back to this one. This, the bottom, is pretty scarred from the burning of that rice. Let's see. It looks like I can scrape more with the pot scraper. Okay, and now I will see if I can get the remainder of discoloration off the bottom with the back side of a sponge. And I'm going to just do one side of this one so you can see that it makes your job really simple. It's a very effective process. You can see how clean it's coming. Of course, this is the side I just went over gently, and with just a little more work, this would be clean. So I would say this whole entire process took us, what, 5 minutes?
Just soaked for what, 5 minutes?
No, it soaked for more like 2 or 3.
Right.
So, and these pots were burned, probably the worst. You can burn this kind of thing, or more than likely. And here we are with the result of that simple process of there. Great. I think you did a great job.